My name is Eric Jones, and I'm Professor of European Studies. It's my great honor this morning to provide the institutional welcome for a group of people who actually are from within the institution. Justin Frassini and his team at the Center for Constitutional Studies and Democratic Development, a team that includes students across many years of study here at SAIS, have put together a truly impressive program of research on electoral management in transition countries. Now, I'm sure that I'm not exaggerating when I say that when this research project was originally proposed, no one could have anticipated the significance of its findings for contemporary events. But given the change in the political constellation across North Africa and into the Middle East, the study of these electoral management bodies and the stabilization of democracy could not be more relevant. Nothing fits more closely in the new remit of the SAIS Bologna Center.
The election of Barack Obama saw the active participation of a multitude of citizens, especially young voters, an event that has rarely been experienced in America over the last 2 decades. The media underlined the spillover effect the US presidential elections had on a global level in terms of the enthusiasm and emotional participation of people living millions of miles away from Washington, D.C. However, this has not been the case elsewhere, and this is one of the underlying reasons why we have been carrying out this research over the last 3 years. This project, however, aims at demonstrating that electoral management actually represents an unusual example of migration of constitutional solutions from new democracies to consolidated ones. In fact, preliminary research carried out by the CCSDD showed that there is a common trend in constitutional systems to outsource electoral management from the legislative branch of government to an independent external body. One of the things that we felt was essential was the involvement of SAIS students in this, and this is the very reason why we chose this topic, because in many respects it's on the borderline between the expertise that many of the affiliated scholars of the CCSDD have in comparative constitutional law and the interest that SAIS students have with respect to international relations, political science, and so on and so forth.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Today I'm here with Elizabeth Hegedus Berthold and Ryan Miller. Elizabeth and Ryan are students here at the Bologna Center in their first year, and in addition to their studies at the center, they're working as interns at the Center for Constitutional Studies and Democratic Development, CCSDD. We've had Justin Frassini on this blog several times, so our most assiduous readers know about the CCSDD. But I thought it would be good to speak to Elizabeth and Ryan today. Thank you for coming, by the way, both of you. This is a break during a workshop on electoral management in transitional countries. And my first question would be, what do you two do at the center by way of internship? And just say a little bit about your role in today's workshop. So maybe Elizabeth, you want to start?
Sure. I'm the development intern at the CCSDD, so I'm in charge of part of the organization's fundraising strategy, working with donors, and I also do a lot of administration. So my main role in the workshop today is coordinating, making sure that everybody's presentations are ready, and making sure that sort of all of our media is going according to plan. So
how many hours a week are you working?
this month I'm working a lot of hours.
But say over the course of the year, what would be the average number?
Usually about 10 hours a week.
Okay, and you're paid for it?
Yes, of course.
And how did you get the internship initially?
The CCSDD hires probably about between 8 and 12 interns every year for all sorts of different positions. So
right.
they try to match you with whatever skills you brought with you to SAIS, and that's how I ended up here.
And when did you land the internship?
Right in the beginning of the year, about October.
Okay. Ryan, how about you?
Well, I kind of have a different role as an intern. I'm more or less doing research at the CCSDD, and today's conference is about electoral management bodies,
right,
and kind of how they've evolved and emerged and what role they're playing today
right.
in transition countries. So my focus was on Afghanistan, which
right.
I did a case study for. And,
right.
electoral management bodies there, which was great because I had some background and experience in Afghanistan before. So this internship kind of allowed me to continue my involvement and interest in the country.
Fantastic.
So it's been a great experience in that regards.
How many hours a week are you spending roughly in your research?
Ooh, roughly. Well, the case study is more or less done at this point. This is kind of our presentation of
Right.
it, but up till then I was putting in at least a couple hours of writing and researching a week, and it's definitely gone up
Okay.
the last few weeks.
And are you paid for this internship
I
as well?
am, yes.
And when did you land it?
Right when I arrived, I think around the same time Elizabeth did, when they kind of put out an application
Right.
to see who would be interested in this kind of work.
Is this something you would recommend to students who would be coming next year, for example? This type of internship?
I think definitely. I mean, not only is it interesting, but it's almost like getting paid to do one of your classes. So it's added benefit in that regard.
And I think you work with really interesting people. We have people here at this conference, constitutional legal scholars and experts in the field of electoral management from all over the world. So not only is our staff here just made up of really, really fun, really interesting people, that you get to meet some people who are the foremost experts in their field, which is nice.
Great. Elizabeth, Ryan, thanks very much, and have fun for the rest of the day.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Cheers.